will present tonight's colors, and the Sidney Lanier High School Band will play our national anthem.
We're about ready to get set for action, so we'll be right back in just a minute. We're back here in Crampton Bowl from Montgomery, and the Prattville Lions are coming out of the tunnel. They're getting prepared to start the game. We haven't found out who's going to be the captains for Prattville yet, but for Lanier, it's going to be number 6, number 44, and number 20, and it's like 85 or 35. I'm not sure. But we'll find out in just a second who are the captains. But the Lions are coming out. And it looks like it's probably going to be John. Well, let's see. There's plenty of players coming on along the sidelines, so maybe it's just all the seniors. I don't know. That's what it looks like it's going to be. It's going to be all the seniors going to the sideline. And let's see who goes up to the middle of the field. Looks like it'll be Chad Peak and Clarence Cheeks, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's the whole entire team, or excuse me, the seniors for Prattville High. This is what the game means to them, their whole season, right here. But the main captains tonight will be Chad Peak and Clarence Cheeks. And there goes the Lions to their banner. And now, let's try to keep our attention here to the middle of the field where the coin toss will be held. Right now it looks like the referee is going over the instructions. There's not many people here tonight because it's on a Thursday night, but if it was a Friday night, I'm sure this place would be packed. But I'm proud to tell you there's more Prattville fans here than there is for Lanier. So you won't be seeing many fans across the way. But let's see what the coin toss decided. So Prattville wins the toss, and they're going to elect to receive. So Lanier will be kicking off. And we'll be right back in just one moment for the opening kickoff of the first half. We're back here in Crampton Bowl as we're set for action.
Crampton Bowl time, 7:30.
So as the press box announcer said, it's 7:30 on the dot, according to Crampton Bowl time. So that means time to start the football game. And let's see who's going to be deep for the Prattville Lions. It's going to be number 22, Al Jackson. And kicking off for the Poets will be, let's see who the kicker is. The kicker will be number 75, which is not on my list.
Al Jackson, deep for Prattville.
So let's see, here's the kickoff. Let's get ready. Decent kickoff. It will be Al Jackson at about his 10. Al Jackson's loose to the 32-yard line. Nice return for Al Jackson.
First down, Prattville. Eldridge Lee, make the tackle.
So let's see what Prattville can do on their first possession of the game. They start off 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. Just 7 seconds gone. It's going to be a nice run there for number 36 for Prattville, Maurice Wallace. And the play gains almost 8 yards, so it's going to be second down and close to 2, about 2.5. And there's Eric Douglas. Excuse me, not Eric Douglas. Fumble. Let's see if he was down. Nope, yep, nope, he was not down, and he fumbles. Al Jackson was on the carry. So a big break for Lanier early.
Ball was fumbled, recovered by Lanier. 1st and 10, Lanier. Ball at the 46-yard line.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for Lanier. The quarterback will be Cedric Williams. Watch out for him. Almost picked off by Jamie Smith, number 93. No, excuse me, that was number 33. His jersey's folded up, so you can't really tell his number. That was number 33, Orlando Albright. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line of Prattville. Just 10:43 to play in the first quarter. Fumble, and Prattville recovers Lanier's fumble at their own 40-yard line. So one fumble from Prattville and one fumble for Lanier. So turnovers are even now.
First down.
Prattville is intense. They're really screaming on their side of the field. So 1st and 10 for Prattville on their own 40-yard line. Willie McQueen wide. And top of your screen. And there's Al Jackson. He'll gain a couple. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Al Jackson, the ball carrier. Gain of 1 yard.
They're only going to give him about a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Looks like Ken Stafford on your near screen, on your side, and Tony Wallace will be the ball carrier for Prattville. He'll get close to the 46-yard line. It'll be third down and about close to about 5 yards. It's about 9.5 minutes now to play. Willie McQueen will come in and send the play into Chad Peak. Crucial situation for Prattville. Chad Peak's going to drop back. And in and out of the hands of Tony Wallace. Should have been there. Prattville cannot have those drop passes. But Prattville shows that they can move the ball pretty effectively here so far on Lanier. It's just a fumble that caused a turnover, which they had a big play on that play. They just fumbled the ball. And then that missed catch that was right in the hands of Tony Wallace. Chad Peak the punt. And an all right punt there. And it touches a Prattville man on about the 20.
Ball was down by Prattville. First down Lanier.
Well, they didn't catch it, unless they didn't hit it, and I just thought so. But they're going down on the 16-yard line of Lanier. I thought number 44, Jimmy Davis, had hit it on accident when the ball came flying through the air onto the ground and bounced back and hit him, but maybe the refs didn't see it or something. So 1st and 10 for Lanier. We're going to mark it now on the 25 like I thought. Okay, they initially thought it was going to be the 16. Cedric to hand off, and the ball carrier will be number 17, Cedric Harrison. No, I'm sorry. Will be Brian Gary, who's another man to watch out for. So there was a gain of about 3 on the play, so it'll be about 2nd and 7 for Lanier. Close to the first down is number 24, whose name is Gus Ware. He's going to be real close to the first down. Let's see if they're going to give it to him. I think he's just short. I think it's going to be 3rd down and real short. Marcel Roberts was on that play.
Third and 1 for Lanier.
3rd and about a half a yard. You might want to watch for a quarterback sneak here or something down the middle. No, he does not get the first down. Is there a fumble on the play? Let's see. Yes, fumble. Let's see if Prattville gets it. Nope, Lanier's ball. Well, it's going to be 4th down. About 2. So let's see if the punting unit will come out for Lanier. Yeah, I reckon it will. Chad Peak's going to be deep in the Prattville lines to receive the punt. He's fumbled a few times in these situations. Let's hope that he doesn't this time. Joseph Frazier, number 19, came in late for Lanier, but he's in there now. Let's see if Prattville rushes the punt. Nice punt. Chad Peak returns it and is hammered at his own 32-yard line. Nice play for Lanier on their punt coverage team. So they're going to mark it 31, though. And that's where Prattville will start 1st and 10. Just under 7 minutes to play in this first quarter. No score. Jackson gets about 2 yards off a tough run there.
Al Jackson, the ball carrier.
Eluded one tackler in the backfield and got away and got about 2 yards.
Play game 1 yard.
They're going to give him only 1 yard on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 9. So Lanier's concentrating on that veer offense of Prattville. And there's Tony Wallace again. He goes up the middle, and he'll get about 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 or 6.
Al Jackson, the ball carrier.
Make that 3rd and
Stop
4.
made by Marcus Daniel.
So a gain of 5 on the play, exactly. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 with
3rd.
5:40 and counting to play in the first quarter. Chad Peak's going to drop back. It's going to be rushed. Almost intercepted. Intended for Jeff Fordory.
Pass intended.
Number 44 was the man almost intercepting the ball, Lennox German. So Prattville has to punt. Chad Peak will be punting for the Prattville Lions. Number 6 and number 17 is R Deep for the Poets. High snap. And a whiff punt. The ball will go out of bounds about the 36-yard line of Lanier.
First down.
So with 5:07 to play, Lanier has their, I think their 3rd possession now. And it's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 36.
Ball at the 36-yard line.
Let's see, it's an incomplete pass. Marcel Roberts was on the play. Rod Brown with the heavy rush for Prattville caused that rush throw.
Reggie Barlow.
2nd and 10
receiver.
for the Poets.
2nd and 10 for Lanier.
I would second guess myself if I said that there wasn't more than 100 fans other than the band here for the Lanier Poets. Not much support for Lanier tonight, and they need it the most. And just short of the 1st down, and the pass was to Robert Smiley. It's going to be about 3rd and 1, just shy of the 1st down, about a half a yard. So another close situation here for Lanier. The difference here so far is Lanier's been able to pass against Prattville a little bit, and Prattville has been unable to pass against the Lanier Poets to any effectiveness, at least. Let's see what Lanier decides to do on this play. And number 24 gets the first down. His name is Gus Ware. 1st down for Lanier. I believe that's their 1st of the night. Brian Anderson was on the stop, but the ball is placed on the 47-yard line of Lanier. 1st and 10 there for Lanier, with just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Clarence Cheek's going to rush the quarterback. And a hard hit and a face mask also, I believe, or some kind of flag on the play. It gained about 2 yards, but let's see what the official call is. It's either going to be, yes, a face mask on Prattville. So let's see if they're going to give him a 5-yard penalty or a 15-yard penalty. This is going to be a crucial decision right here by the referees. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty stepped off against Prattville, and that's going to put Lanier on the 35-yard line of Prattville in first down and 10. Clarence Cheeks had the quarterback almost in his hands in the backfield, about 15 yards back in the backfield, and couldn't do it. Couldn't pull him down, and he eluded the rush, and Williams got the pass away. And let's see, there's flags on the play. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He touched his knee on the ground on the 29-yard line of Prattville, about a second. Now they mark it at the 28. They give him another yard, so it's going to be, well, it's between 27 and 28, so it's about 4 yards. I'd say 2nd and 4 for Lanier. Prattville needs to hold on that secondary play. Rod Brown stops the Lanier runner. Let's see if they give him the first down. Short of the first down by another half a yard. So it's another 3rd down situation for Lanier. 3rd and very short.
3rd and 1 for Lanier.
Two 15 and counting to play. Let's see, it might not be a first down. I don't know. Let's see where they mark the ball. It looks like where the mark is that he'll have the first down. Yes, he's obviously got the first down. So, 1st and 10 there for Lanier on about the 25-yard line of Prattville. Lanier mounting the first long drive of the night. The referee stops play for a second. Let's see what the situation is here. I think Rod Brown was speaking with one of the refs. So now play is continued. Completed pass to number 83 to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lanier. And Tyrone Powell was the man on the catching end of that pass. Prattville getting killed in their secondary. That's their main problem, is their secondary play. First and 10 on the 12-yard line for Lanier. Just over a minute to play. Touchdown for number 20. Fred Davis with the touchdown pass. The catch. So Prattville trails 6-0. Lanier opens up with the first score with just a minute and 2 seconds to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Lanier. Number 36. John Turner will be doing the extra point duties for Lanier. And extra point attempt is good. So with a minute, 2 seconds to play in the first quarter, the Prattville Lions 0 and the Lanier Poets 7.
Jackson D for Prattville.
Number 75 will be kicking off for the Poets, which is not on our roster. Nice kickoff again, and it'll go to Al Jackson again. There's a wall. Al Jackson has a wall to the 30-yard line. He had a wall, but then it was quickly closed by the Lanier Poets. So the official mark is about the 29-yard line. Well, no, I'm sorry, the 30-yard line. These markers here in Prattville aren't doing their job right. They're not certain where the marker should be. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Prattville on the 30-yard line. Chappeake's going to drop back. And Brian Wilson with the catch. He gains about 5 yards. 2nd down and about 5. Maybe 6 yards on the game. 7 yards they give him. So it's 2nd and 3 for Prattville. Let's see if Prattville can get their 2nd first down of the night. Ken Stafford brings the play in at Chappeake. And it's close to the 1st down. Tony Wallace was on the run. He gets too close to the 40-yard line. Let's see where the mark is. Just short. They're going to give him between the 39 and 40, so it's 3rd down and a half a yard for Prattville. And that's your first quarter. The score, as you see on the scoreboard, is 7-0. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd down and about a half a yard for Prattville on the 39 and a half yard line. Please stay tuned. We're back here in Montgomery from Crampton Bowl. We're starting the 2nd quarter now. Prattville 3rd and about a football length at the most for a 1st down. Wallace and Jackson in the backfield. Chappeake's got the 1st down easy. He'll take it to about the 43-yard line with 11:56 to play. Clock runs now with 11:40 and counting. 1st and 10 for Prattville on the 42-yard line. Chappeake's going to keep it. Pitches it out. Tony Wallace runs over a player, and penalty marker's down also, so that might be a penalty against Lanier for a face mask, but let's see. Penalty against Lanier. So let's see if it's a 15-yarder. Yes, 15 yards will be marked off against Lanier. It was a personal foul. So the ball is going to be placed on the 43-yard line of Lanier.
Lanier penalized for a personal foul. 1st down, Prattville. Ball at the 43-yard line.
11:25 and counting to play in the 1st half. Prattville on the move. Tony Wallace will get about 2 yards. It'll be about 2nd and 8. It should be.
James Scott make the tackle.
The passes.
Play picked up 2 yards.
Here we go. 2nd and 8 for Prattville. Chappeake's going to drop back. He looks for John Bobo, where it was interfered with by number 21. And his name is George Miles. So hopefully that's the call. Pass interference on the Lanier Poets, which it looks like it's going to be. And yep, that's the case. 15 more yards for Prattville. So the ball is moved to the 25-yard line of Lanier. First and 10 there for Prattville. Prattville making their drive now. Even Steven ball game so far tonight.
Ball to Lanier, 25-yard line.
Al Jackson will get about 3.
Al Jackson.
So it'll be about 3rd and 7. Let's see where the official mark is, though.
James Scott.
They only give them 2.5.
Gain of 2 yards.
So they call it 2nd and 8 with 10 and counting to play in the first half. Chad Peak gives it to Tony Wallace. Wallace is stuck at the 20. Lanier recovers the fumble. Tony Wallace. Lanier escapes there. First and 10 for Lanier on their own 20-yard line. They're leading 7-0, and with 9:47 to play in the first half, it looks like they might keep that lead going into the first half. I mean the second half. Here we go, first and 10 for Lanier. Pass is completed to number 29, and he takes it to the 35-yard line. Reggie Barlow was on the catching end of that pass. They mark it at the 36 for Lanier. First and 10 there. Lanier eating Prattville up on the passing plays. Prattville giving them 15 yards off the line in the secondary play. Number 17 is loose. He gets to about the 48 or 49-yard line. Number 17 is Brian Gary. James Smith was on the tackle for Prattville. So 8:51 and counting to play in the first half. It's first and 10 for Lanier on their own 48-yard line. '17 again. We'll get about 3. Second in about 7. This game going by very quickly. And this time Marcel Roberts takes down number 20 right when he catches the ball. So it'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Marcel Roberts made the tackle.
Like that, 3rd and 2. They're giving Lanier some awfully good spots tonight. 7.5 minutes now to play. First down for Lanier.
First down, Lanier.
Ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line. Lanier back to pass again. The intended receiver was number 20. Orlando Albright was on the coverage, but the pass was overthrown. 2nd and 10.
Intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for Lanier. Ball at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 6:40 and counting. Lanier, 2nd and 10. Number 17's got the run, got the first down. Brian Gary for the first.
Marcel Roberts made the tackle. Play picked up a Lanier, first down. Ball at the 27-yard line.
The ball is placed on the 27-yard line. 6:20 and counting. Another pass situation for Lanier. And this one's underthrown to number 29. 2nd and 10 for Lanier.
Joe Blackwood. Orlando Albright. Marcel Roberts defended.
A little over 6 minutes to play now. 2nd and 10 on the 27-yard line for Lanier. Look for maybe a pass again here for Lanier. Williams drops back. Heavy rush. And there's the draw. Nice lick by somebody. The play is down about the 20-yard line. Someone put a lick on somebody.
Richard Berry. Made the tackle.
God, probably could pick it up here, man. Who hit who,
Play
man?
picked up 7 yards.
That was the linebacker. They was good at speed. That was the linebacker and the offensive lineman hit. That was bad. That was it, man.
3rd and about 2. Prattville needs to hold right here to save some kind of, give them some kind of chance. But no chance there. Number 24 will get the first down. Gus Ware. So Lanier on another drive onto the Prattville 15-yard line.
Orlando Albright made the stop. First down, Lanier. Ball at the 15-yard line.
Under 5 minutes now to play before the half. Cedric Williams made his pass completed. His pass was completed to number 83, Tyrone Powell. First down and goal from the 3-yard line of Prattville.
First and goal, Lanier. Ball at the 3-yard line.
Timeout for Prattville. So with 4:21 to play in the first half, the score 7-0. We'll be right back in just a minute. We're back here in Crampton Bowl. Lanier's got a first and goal from the 3-yard line. Prattville needs to hold Lanier here to a field goal. But the way Lanier's moving, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. As Ryan Gary is stopped short.
Second and goal for Lanier.
So 2nd and goal for Lanier.
Ball is just outside the goal line.
Here we go. Second down and goal. You can look for a run down the middle here for Lanier. Touchdown for Lanier. Brian Gary. It's 13-0 Lanier.
Lanier, 13. Prattville, 0.
John Turner will be attempting the extra point for the Lanier Poets. 3:40 to play. It's good. 14-0 Lanier.
Lanier, 14. Prattville, 0.
So let's see if Prattville can get a score before the half. Good 80-yard drive there for Lanier after the turnover. Prattville's hurting because their backs are inexperienced and they're fumbling too much. They've lost two of their best backs. One a senior, Alger Rawlinson, and the other
Jackson D.
the other one was Eric Douglas, and they are both gone. So they have to rely on two sophomores who are inexperienced. Let's see. Tony Wallace will get the ball. He stopped at the 12-yard line. .334 to play. Prattville has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 13.
First down. Ball at the 13-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to play. Excuse me, 3.5 minutes to play. Chad Peak will come up to the line, trying to give Prattville some kind of offense here. About a yard for Tony Wallace.
George Miles made the tackle.
They're going to give him 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Just about 3 minutes to play.
Tomorrow night, it's gonna be like this. This is how it's gonna be tomorrow night. Tonight, tomorrow night, it's going out. This is everybody doing
Play
it.
picked up 2 yards.
You know, last year, you know, first, you know, 2 years ago, when we played, we all played anything. You know, that game was doing that.
And here we go. Al Jackson, the runner. He stopped at about the 17-yard line, maybe the 18. Way short of the first down.
Tackle was made by James.
He's at the 18-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Prattville needs to get something going. 2 minutes and 15 seconds and counting to play now in the first half. Lanier beginning to open up this game now. So all it is who wants it more. And right now it's Lanier. Peak's gonna have to drop back. It's gonna be rushed. Number 88, Eldridge Lee sacks Chad Peak at his own 13-yard line. Lanier will call the timeout. So with a minute 48 to play in the first half, Prattville in some trouble, trailing 14-0. We're back in Crampton Bowl. Chad Peak the punt. Lanier's probably going to go after the block. And Chad just gets a squib. And a nice roll for Prattville. The ball will roll down to about the 44-yard line of Lanier. It's a minute 36 seconds to play. Lanier's got the first down. Prattville needs to bog down here.
Ball at the 44-yard line.
Rod Brown shaken up evidently because they bring in Joey Meggs. Fumble. fumble. Prattville recovers on the 30-yard line after a good completion for Lanier. So with a minute 17 to play, Prattville gets the ball back on their 30. So Lanier almost started blowing this game wide open. Everybody's able to pass on Prattville. If Prattville had that pass defense, they'd be tough. But evidently they don't. John Bobo, low side of your screen. John Bobo is gonna. It's Ken Stafford. Catches it. Ken Stafford to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Prattville. Trick play goes for Prattville, and Prattville's right back into this game. Did you get it? You gotta admit, man, that was slick. Awesome play there for Prattville. Ken Stafford's first completion of the year is a great one. So now it's 14-6 in favor of Lanier. That's what Prattville needs, the momentum builder going into the first half. Craig Morgan comes on to attempt the extra point to make it a 14-7 game in favor of Lanier.
Craig Morgan attempting the point after.
The extra point is blocked, 14-6 in favor of Lanier. Craig Morgan missed that one. Bad. With 45 seconds to play in the first half, it's 14-6 in favor of Lanier. Hey, we're trying to be like JD, man. Come on. So what's your comment?
That was nasty.
Yes, that's my comment.
That was nasty.
So the Lanier fans don't like that.
That was an extraordinary play.
Okay. Mike McGarry will kick off for the Prattville Lions with 45 seconds to play in the first half. Let's see if there's a squib kick or something here.
Mike McCary kicking for Prattville.
Here we go, Mike McGarry. Kicks it down to the 15-yard line, and Brian Gary touched his knee on the 15. With 42 seconds to play, Lanier has a 1st and 10.
Ball rolled down at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Cedric Williams pass complete.
Here we go. And Jimmy Davis was the man on the play. But it was a first down for Lanier on the 26-yard line with 23 seconds to play. Here we go. 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. Oh, Marcel Roberts in his hands. And drops it. 6 points dropped for Marcel Roberts. Man, was that a big play. Man, was that a big play. That was 6 points, ladies and gentlemen. Probably just gave up their 6 points right there. Could have been almost a tie ball game going into halftime. Lanier almost self-destructed here at the end of the first half. So here we go, 2nd and 10 for Lanier. They're still going to throw it. And Marcel Roberts is going to be called for a pass interference against Fred Davis, number 20 for Lanier. So with 13 seconds to play, Lanier still has at least a play to go.
First down, Lanier.
Here we go. 13 seconds to play. And Lanier will call a timeout with 13 seconds. So 14-6 here in Crampton Bowl, and we'll be right back. Here we go. We're back here. We're back here. Okay, we're back here. 13 seconds for Lanier. And number 20 again was the intended receiver, Fred Davis. Just overthrown. 6 seconds to play. It's going to be second down and 10.
Intended receiver. Second and 10.
6 seconds to play. Maybe Lanier will just settle down and take the 14-6 halftime lead. There's going to be one more play. Overthrown was number 24, Gus Ware. And with 1 second to play, there's still one more play for Lanier for 3rd and 10.
The intended receiver. 3rd and 10.
Here we go. The last second of the football game. Excuse me, not football game, but the first half. And Prattville going to play real conservative here. He's going to give up some mediocre passes, but will not give up the long play. Intercepted by number 31 at the 35-yard line, but nevertheless, there's a flag on the play. So Prattville might have a play. That's not it yet. That's not the halftime yet. Play, the penalty was on the 35, so it'll move to the 50-yard line if Prattville gets a play at it, a crack at it. The flag was called, let's see.
Dead ball foul. First
Dead ball against Lanier. First down for Prattville. Let's see, I think Prattville gets one play at it. So let's see if Prattville can run the play that scored the touchdown on. See if they can run that again to perfection.
Dead ball foul.
So with no time on the clock, Prattville has one shot at the touchdown. So the ball will be placed on the 49-yard line. Prattville has one play to try for a touchdown, which it looks like Prattville, I don't know. Let's see what Prattville will do. It looks like Prattville will go out for the pass because they've got a tight end and two receivers out there. And Chad Peak comes in with the call. But Lanier is playing way back, so the chances of them scoring will be very, very slim. So let's see what Chad Peak. There's a lot of players on the line for Lanier also. Heavy rush. Tony Wallace gets the ball, but he does not get anything as number 40, Marcus Daniel, ends the first half. So we'll be right back for the second half in just the Prattville Marching Band.
Under the field leadership of Senior Drum Major Mark Lishier.
And we'll be right back, ready to start the second half after this. And this is Brian Littlefield back in the halftime with Lanier leading 14-6 for a high top Crampton Bowl press box. Well, I'm along here with John Chambers. And John, how do you think Prattville's doing this game?
Well, Prattville's not getting off to a good start. They got a good late second quarter, which Marcel Roberts, if he would have caught that interception pass and went in for a touchdown, that would have really put the pressure on Lanier. And I know Prattville, that would have really put the momentum on Prattville's favor, but I don't know, it might still be because Prattville came back, on that long pass by John Bobo to Ken Stafford.
Like you said, that's really the only thing that's kept Prattville alive in this ball game.
Yep, the Prattville Lions are staying alive with determination and grit tonight.
A lot of hard hitting I noticed going on. I guess it's turned into a pretty big rivalry between these two schools.
Oh yes, they know that, chances of beating Lee are very slim, so they know this is the game of the year for them. If they win it, they go to the playoffs. If they lose it, they don't. They stay home.
Well, there's always that.
Huh?
There's always that slim chance of beating Lee. We've seen Central Tuscaloosa put a whooping on them.
Yeah, Central Tuscaloosa came in the Crampton Bowl a few weeks ago, got manhandled basically by the Carver Wolverines, and then the following week came out and beat the number 2 ranked team in the state, the Robert E. Lee Generals, and then beat them 10-7.
And Prattville just one of them teams that could probably hang with Lee if they get with it. Their record is not showing how good they really are this year.
Yeah, Prattville's probably had the toughest schedule they've ever had. They've got, every team they've played has had a winning record, except for the team which they did beat, Clanton. But every team they've played is tough. They're no pushover, and there's a couple of games they were in position to win the games, and the inexperience hurt them, and that cost them the game.
Yeah, well, Benjamin Russell, if I'm not mistaken, is ranked 4th in the state. And,
Yep.
That was an opening game. We almost won that one.
Yeah, Prattville moved the ball very effectively against the number 4 team in the state. But Benjamin Russell, give them credit, they played good too. So, just because we play good doesn't mean they wouldn't have still beat us. As I see Frank Marshall, he's come back to the football team.
That's good. We're going to need him, especially against Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I look forward for a lot of surprises in the second half, especially by Prattville. That trick play that they pulled that right there in the second quarter, that was something I've never seen by a Prattville team before.
Yeah, I thought to myself, I said, well, Prattville needs a big play. It's only a minute something into the first half. I said, Prattville's not that explosive, so I don't think that, they can score before the half. But then, to my surprise, they came out through that long pass, and now they're in the ball game.
It just looked like a regular screen pass to me, and I looked up, and John Bobo or Ken Stafford was I'm talking about wide open down there.
Yep.
Just let it fly.
If he wasn't that wide open, he wouldn't have made the touchdown. I tell you, that guy was catching him quick.
He did catch up to him at the end, tackling him right at the goal line, but Ken fell in for the touchdown, and that's how you got your score, 14-6.
It's a good effort by Ken, good effort by the whole offensive unit there, holding the defensive rush and everything, and the play worked just to perfection.
What about the turnovers? There seems to be quite a few turnovers here tonight.
The turnover advantage is 3-1 to Prattville, but the last turnover was an interception on the last, one of the last plays for Lanier.
Yeah.
But Prattville's recovered 2 of Lanier's fumbles.
A lot of fumbles. You think it'd be called by the coldness? The players' hands getting real numb and just.
I can tell you, one of the reasons why Prattville is fumbling, I'm sorry, they have 2 turnovers. I thought they had 1, because they had one on Lanier 20. If they could have come through with that one, then, the 80-yard drive of Lanier's would not have happened. And if they would have scored at least a field goal, then this score would be different. But it happened. So, the reason why Prattville is causing turnovers, giving turnovers, is because I think the backs are inexperienced. And in a tough competition like this, in junior varsity, it's not as tough as this. We lost 2 of the 2 starting running backs, and we just can't come out here and expect to run all over them with our 2 backup junior varsity players. That's tough. But they're doing a good job. They're really trying.
They're only sophomores. Hopefully they'll produce for Prattville in the later years. But right now, they've got big shoes to fill.
Yep. They're going to miss next year. Prattville's going to miss Al Johnson, the senior leadership, But, they've got Eric Douglas, who's not on the team anymore. He's he was one of the starting tailbacks. And as a matter of fact, he started looking as good or better than Algie before. he was, you know, kicked off the team. But next year, Eric will be back, and we'll have 3 junior backs with experience.
Sounds good. And we'll be back to start the second half in Chile Crampton Bowl right after this message, or right after this short break.
Tomorrow night, kickoff 7:30.
We're about set to start the second half here at Crampton Bowl. Lanier leading Prattville 14-6, and Prattville will kick off to start the second half here in Chile Crampton Bowl. Mike McGarry will kick off for Prattville. And back deep for Sidney Lanier will be number 6, Kenneth Humphreys. And number 17, Brian Gary. And it looks like number 35, Patrick Rudolph. And Mike McGarry is ready to kick it off, and the second half will start.
Kenneth Humphreys, deep for Lanier.
There's the kick. It's a low kick. Picked up about the 23-yard line by number 32, Alan McClendon. And he stopped at the Lanier 30 and a half yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Lanier. He caught it on about the 20 or the 18. He ran it up to about the 30 and a half. So and Lanier sets up 2 wideouts, I-back formation. Handoff is to 24, Gus Ware. He gains about 3 yards. He's tripped up by Matt Edwards. Bring up 2nd and a long 8 for Sidney Lanier. Same I-back formation for Lanier. Handoff this time. Quarterback keeps this time. He'll gain about about 6 yards to bring up 3rd and 3. We'll call it 2 and a half. And they'll stay with I-back formation. 10:25 and counting. They pitch the ball to Gus Ware. He's going to be stopped for a loss. He loses about 1. It'll bring up 4th and 4 for Lanier. And it looks like the punting unit will come on. And Chad Peak will be back deep for Prattville to receive. Up. It's a nice spiral punt. Chad Peak calls for the fair catch. Lets it go over his head. It takes a Lanier bounce to the Prattville 22-yard line, where Prattville will take over at 1st and 10. 9:29 remaining in the third quarter. Lanier still leading 14-6. We'll see if Coach Wisen has any tricks up his sleeve this time. Prattville sends 2 wideouts to the top. Handoff goes up the middle. No, Peak. He's got 1 man to beat. Chad Peak's on his way. He's at the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Prattville. Chad Peak runs 70 yards. Well, longer than that. Was it? Chad Peak goes 78 yards untouched for a touchdown. Brings the score to Lanier 14, Prattville 12. Timeout, Lanier. We'll take a short timeout ourselves. And Prattville sends in quarterback Chad Peak. It looks like they might go for two here. Trailing 14-12 on a devastating 78-yard touchdown run by Chad Peak. And they're going to go for two. Split back formation, John Bobo to the low side. Chad Peak drops. Is tipped and knocked incomplete. Intended for John Bobo. It fails. Prattville still in it though, 14-12. With 8:59 in the third quarter. Humphreys back deep for Lanier. Mike McGarry will kick it off.
Carey kicking for Prattville.
It's another low line drive kick. Takes a bounce. Number 17. He takes it at the 10, and he's going to be dropped at about the 20-yard line by a host of Prattville line. It looks to me like their defense is fired up just a little bit. This could turn into a pretty good ball game.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
Let's see what Lanier's got up their sleeve. Gus Ware's the deep back for Lanier. And they hand it off up the middle and nothing doing. No gain on the play. Julius Cheeks makes the tackle. Play lost a half a yard to a yard. And bring up 2nd and 11. Prattville's defense is really coming on strong here in this late half. Lanier stays with their same I-back formation. Wideouts to the left and right. He drops the pass. He fires one. It's tipped and falls incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 11. Prattville's defense congratulating themselves for a good defensive job. I think they're really, really fired up now. Lanier stays in their same I-back formation, wideouts to right and left. Williams dropped back to pass, and he's going to be, no, he throws it, he gets it away. And it's defender Julius Cheeks. Good pressure by number 51 for Prattville. Richard Berry and Julius Cheeks made sure he didn't catch it. Bring up 4th and 11. And Prattville really looking strong. Chad Peak back deep to receive for Prattville. He's standing on his own 45-yard line. It's a pretty good kick here. Peak takes it at the 46, 47, and he's dropped immediately by a host of Lanier poets. That'll set up Prattville 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line, trailing 14-12 in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what other surprises Prattville pulls. Prattville goes with wideouts to Peak's left, split back formation. He gives to the first man through, Tony Wallace, and he'll be stopped for a gain of 1 or 2. Bring up 2nd and a long 7.
Scott defended. Play picked up 3 yards.
Wideouts to the left and right of Chad Peak, split back formation. Quick pass, boom. John, I think that's Ken Stafford who completes it, and it'll be a 1st down for Prattville at the Lanier 41-yard line. And Prattville's on a march.
Ball at the 40-yard line.
Ken Stafford took quite a lick on that pass. But he looks to be all right. Peak pitching on the option, the ball's fumbled. But Al Jackson recovers, loses about 2 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 12, 2nd and 11.
Play lost 1 yard.
.543 and counting. And Ken Stafford brings the play into Chad Peak. Wideouts to Chad's left, John Bobo and Ken Stafford. Backs Tony Wallace and Al Jackson split, and the handoff goes to Tony Wallace. He gains about 5 and bring up 3rd and 6, 5.5, call it.
Ball carrier. Tracy McCall defended. 3rd and 5 for Prattville.
Who got you out?
John Bobo split to the left, to the right of Chad Peak, and Willie McQueen up top to his right, left.
He moving. That's right, number 7.
There's a marker down.
Looks like John Little moved just a little early. And we have legal procedure against Prattville, and that'll back it up 5 yards and bring up 3rd and 10. Make it 3rd and 11. Let's see what Coach Wisen has up his sleeve this time. Peak drops the pass. He's got John. Oh, that's Ken Stafford. He just can't. Just out of his reach. Bring up 4th and 11. And it looks like Prattville will punt. Yeah.
3rd and 11.
Brian Gary back deep with a low kick by Chad and be taking that little Lanier 12-yard line, and he'll be stopped by a host of Prattville lines at the 17-yard line. 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lanier leading 14-12 over Prattville. And Lanier take the ball 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line.
There's a marker down.
It looks like flags on the play. Offsides Prattville.
Offsides against Prattville. First and 5 for Lanier.
And bring up 1st and 5 on the offsides penalty on their 22-yard line. Williams keeps it. Ooh, he takes a hit, but he's got the first down for Lanier. He gains about 7 yards. First down Lanier at their own 29-yard line.
First down Lanier.
You never know what's going to happen.
Wideouts to Williams, right and left, I-back formation. Pitch to Gus Ware. He's on the sideline. He's run out of bounds around the 36-yard line, a gain of 5-6 yards. Bring up 2nd and 4.
Play gain 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for Lanier.
One wide out to Williams left, hands off up the middle. Brian Gary, the ball carrier, gains about 7 yards, bring up 1st, and it'd be 1st down for Lanier. First and 10 Lanier from the 44-yard line. .230 and counting here in the third quarter. Lanier's ball, 1st and 10. Pitch to Gus Ware. Ooh. He's rode down by a host of Prattville line. Initial hit made by number 51 Richard Berry and number 93 Jamie Line and Jamie Smith. Brings 2nd and 3. Williams at quarterback, wideouts to right and left, I-back formation. Gus Ware deep back. Brian Gary fullback, and Gary gets the call, and he'll have a 1st down. He's stacked up by the whole Prattville line team. Looks like about where they'll spot the ball, he has a 1st down. Yeah, 1st and 10, Lanier on the Prattville 46. It seems like it's already 4th. Pitch to Gus Ware again, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss by number 33 Orlando Albright. He dropped him for about a 12-yard loss.
Play lost 7
Loss of 7 instead of 12. Bring up 2nd and 17. Same formation, wideouts right and left. Gus Ware the deep back, Brian Gary the fullback. Williams drops to pass. He throws, it's complete to Brian Gary. He's breaking tackles. He's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd and 10 and 11. Tackled by Richard Berry, Jimmy Davis, and Orlando Albright. Third and 10, and that should end the 3rd quarter. Lanier 14, Prattville 12. We'll take a short time out ourselves and come back to start the 4th quarter. And we're back to start the 4th quarter. A long 3rd and 10 situation for Lanier. Wideouts to Williams right. We seem to have a little delay down here on the field. And they're ready to play. Brian Gary and Gus Ware the backs, and they're split. Gus Ware comes up to a flanker formation. Williams drops to throw. He throw complete and a 1st down. And a fumble. Prattville has the ball. Prattville recovers the ball at their own 27-yard line. Pass was complete to number 29, Reggie Barlow, and he took a vicious hit and just dropped the ball. And Prattville picked it up, and we'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Like we said at halftime show, there's some hard hitting going on in this ball game. Peak at quarterback. He hands to the 1st man through, Al Jackson, and he'll gain maybe a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9.
Tyrone Jones made the stop.
Temperature slowly dropping here at Cramton Bowl. It's very cold. Wideouts to right and left of Chad Peak backs in a split formation. Peak throws, quick pass. John Bobo makes, that's Ken Stafford. Hauls in a beautiful catch and holds on. Bring up 3rd and about a short 2 yards for Prattville. That was a beautiful catch by Ken. He took a hard hit, but he held on to it. Like I said, I say it again, there's some hard hits going on in this game. A lot of sore folks in the morning. Excuse me, that'd be a 3rd and a short 1 yard. John Bobo to Chad Peak's right, Willie McQueen to his left, split back formation. Handoff goes up the middle to Tony Wallace, and he'll have a Prattville 1st down. Prattville slowly marching down the field. 10:06 and counting in the 4th quarter. Lanier leading 14-12. 1st and 10 Prattville from their own 38-yard line.
Ball at the 38-yard line.
Ken Stafford and John Bobo split out to Chad Peak's right. He hands to the 1st man. No, he pitches. Tony Wallace. He's got room to run, and he gains a good 7 or 8 yards. Bring up 2nd and a short 2 for Prattville.
Eldridge Lee. Joseph Frazier defended. Play picked up 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
Bobo and McQueen split to Chad's right. Wallace and Jackson hand off to Tony Wallace up the middle. He has another Prattville first down. And he gets into Lanier territory at the 49-yard line where Prattville will take it from, oh, he's back in our territory. They spot the ball on the Prattville 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Prattville.
First down, Prattville.
Prattville slowly but surely marching the ball down the field, eating up a lot of clock. 8:42 and counting, remaining in the 4th quarter. Prattville trailing by 2, 14-12. Bobo and Stafford split Chad's right, Peak's right. Peak keeps, and he's hammered for a gain of about 3, 2. Call it 2.
Marcus Daniel.
No, I was right, 3.
Make the tackle.
A gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
7 for Prattville.
Willie McQueen brings a play into Chad Peak. Bobo split to Peak's right, McQueen to his left. He drops the pass. He keeps it on the quarterback draw. And he gains about a yard, maybe. Lanier player down on the field. Kenny Humphreys is the injured poet. We got an official timeout, so we'll take a short timeout ourselves. Pete comes in. He drops the pass. He lets it fly for Jeff Fordori, and he can't hold on. Wide open Jeff Fordori, and Pete just couldn't hit him. Bring up 4th and 6.
Jeff Fordori, the intended receiver.
And Prattville will punt the ball away, trailing 14-12. Brian Gary back deep for Lanier to take the punt. He'll catch it. He'll fair catch. And he'll take the ball on his own 17-yard line. 18, we'll call it 18-yard line. Lanier will take over 1st and 10, leading 14-12 over the Prattville line. 7:27 to go here in the 4th quarter. Prattville's defense really needs to tighten up here, because this is one of their only chances to go to the playoffs. We got Lee next Friday. Chances in that one are slim to none. Williams long count. Pitch to Gus Ware. Jimmy Williams puts a vicious hit. Gus Ware loses a yard. Bring up 1st or 2nd and 11.
Jimmy Davis.
And Jimmy Davis made a vicious hit. Now play gains a half a yard.
Play picked up 1 yard. 2nd and 9.
Yeah. Williams at quarterback. Long count. Hands it to Ware, and he's going to be wrapped up again. No gain on the play. Might even lost a half a yard. Bring up 3rd and a long 9 yards.
Made the stop. Play failed again.
Lanier's in a passing situation, but we'll see if they run with a draw or what. Williams quarterback. He's audibling at the line. He drops the pass. It's a quick, just a timing pattern. He catches it. Play gains 15 yards and 1st down Lanier. With 5:58 to go, he stops the clock.
Ball at the 35.
Same formation, wideouts to right and left, eye back. Gus Ware and Brian Gary are in the backfield for Lanier. Williams is wrapped up. That's not a fumble. Loss of 2. He'll bring up second and a long 12 for the Poets.
Play loss, 2 yards.
Wideouts to Williams right and left. Ware and Gary in the backfield. Long count. A quick pass, almost intercepted, right through the hands of number 83, Tyrone Powell. Bring up third and another long 12 situation.
3rd and 12.
That quick pass has been eating up Prattville's defense all night. That's pretty much what's keeping Lanier alive. Wideouts to the left. To the left of Williams. Ware moves out there also. Gary the lone setback. He drops the pass. He fires it. It's intercepted. Jimmy Davis, and he's going for a touchdown. Jimmy Davis picks it off and takes it 30 yards down to the Lanier 14-yard line.
Pass intercepted by Jimmy Davis. First down, Prattville.
Prattville 1st and 10 at the Lanier 14-yard line. 4:35 and counting to play in this cold 4th quarter here at Crampton Bowl. This game is for the playoffs. A lot riding. The crowd is on their feet. What little crowd there is here. Pitch to Tony Wallace, and he's stacked up in the backfield. Looks like he'll lose a half a yard.
Marcus Daniel. Tyrone Jones. Defending.
And Ken Stafford brings in the play for Prattville. 2nd and 10.
Play picked up 1 yard.
Kevin Turner. Chad Peak on the bootleg. He's at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Prattville. Peak on his 2nd touchdown carry of the night from 14 yards out. Puts Prattville up 18 to 14. And Prattville calls timeout to decide what they want to do here. The Prattville student section really into this game. Just look at them. And we're ready to go here.
Timeout on the field.
We'll take a short timeout. It looks as if Prattville will attempt the 2-point conversion. Peak rolls. Passing, no, it falls incomplete. Should have been some interference. We got a pass interference call, I think. The flag on the play. It looks like it'll go against Lanier.
Who is it? Personal foul against Lanier.
Joseph Frazier, number 19 of Lanier, has been ejected. Personal foul. Prattville will get another shot. Kevin Smith brings the play into Chad Peak. Prattville student section going crazy here at Crampton Bowl. Kevin Smith to Peak's right. Wallace and Jackson in the backfield. Peak hands it off. Al Jackson. The two-point conversion is good. Prattville 20. Lanier 14. Prattville students really showing their appreciation for this team. They played hard tonight. Well-deserved hand there. 3:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lanier still has time to come back. No time for celebration yet. And this is a surprise. Gus Ware will be back deep for Lanier to receive. Mike McGarry will kick off for Prattville. An explosive Prattville Lion football team has come from behind to take a lead, 20-14 on a chilly Thursday night in Crampton Bowl over Lanier Poets. 3:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time for Lanier to come back. Delay a game against Prattville and back them up 5 yards. Mike McGarry will kick from his 35-yard line. Gus Ware, the deep man for Lanier. McGarry is ready to kick it off. And he steps up and he boots a good kick. Ware takes it at the 15. And he's tripped up by 49. Matt Edwards. Lanier, 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. 3:20 and counting here. Prattville's defense looks very fired up. Let's see, can they hold? Ware and Gary, the backs. And Williams drops. He shoveled passes to Gary, and he gained some pretty good yardage. It looks like he'll pick up about 7 or 8. .248 and counting. 2nd down and 3 for Lanier from their own 40-yard line. Ware and Gary the same backs. Ware splits out to Williams' left. He drops the pass. He throws. It's intercepted. Jimmy Davis. Jimmy Davis with his 2nd interception of the night. The Prattville crowd here celebrating.
I told y'all.
This could pretty much wind up the ball game. Hoping Prattville can drive the ball successfully. 2:15 and counting here on a chilly Thursday night in Crampton Bowl. Prattville leading 20-14, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line, following an interception by Jimmy Davis. They hand the ball off to Tony Wallace, or that's Al Jackson, and he gains about 5.
Marcus Daniel made the stop. Timeout, Lanier.
Lanier calls timeout to stop the clock with 1 minute and 48 seconds. Prattville had the ball 2nd and 6 from their own 40, from the Lanier 46. We're sitting in the press box with some pretty disgusted Lanier statisticians up here.
Kickoff 7:30, far right. Lee and Jeff Davis.
The student section chanting, "We want Lee." A minute and 48 remaining in the 4th quarter. Willie McQueen and John Bobo. Chad Peak runs the ball straight ahead. He'll gain 3 yards. Clock slowly running here. Bring up 3rd and 4 for Prattville. A minute and 12 counting here, Crampton Bowl. Peak rolls. He's on a bootleg. He's got a 1st down for Prattville. He'll keep the drive alive. 54 seconds and counting. Prattville 1st down and 10 from the Lanier 38 yard line. No. Okay, you
Why you didn't keep on filming?
40 seconds. Prattville leading 20-14. Ken Stafford and John Bobo split to the right. Al Jackson way back. Peak falls on the ball. That should pretty much wrap up the ball game. 21 seconds and counting.
I'm back with you. I just was here to tell everybody that I knew Prattville was going to win. Nobody had a thought. Let's get the final 5 seconds on the clock as Prattville will go to state playoffs for the first time since 1984 when they won the state championship. And Bobby Watson has brought this team back into the playoffs. What can you say? Prattville's back. I hope. Now, the final score was 20-14 in favor of the Prattville Lions. So the Prattville Lions most likely will be playing the Jeff Davis Volunteers in the 1st round of the playoffs. But next week, Prattville will host Robert E. Lee, another area game. And if Prattville can somehow come and win that game, they are assured a spot in the playoffs. They're almost assured right now. I'm loving it. There's no feeling like it, man. And just this makes me remember of 1984. We'll be right back for the post-game show in just one moment. Here in Crampton Bowl for our post-game show, and the final score was 20-14.
Well, Prattville moves to 2-6 on the season, and we've got a hell of a ball game cut out for us next Friday night against Lee.
Oh yeah, Lee once ranked number 2 in the state, now ranked what, 8th?
5, I think.
Or 5, and Lee plays Jeff Davis tomorrow to decide, you know, If Lee loses, they might drop out of the top 10. But if they win, they're gonna drop. They're gonna go up. So I mean, this team, Lee is a tough team, and we're gonna give them a run for their money.
What do you think caused Prattville's explosiveness in the second quarter? I mean, in the second half, they just come out. They was just looked like they was just running the ball over everywhere and passing and killing the Lanier defense.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think the seniors finally realized, man, this is it. Either the playoffs or not, and we want it, and we want it bad. And they really got seriously pumped up after a couple of big plays, and that momentum from the first half carried over, and that sparked the Prattville Lions.
And the crowd helped a little bit too. Our great Prattville fans coming all the way out to Chili Cranton Bowl on a Thursday night, knowing we do have school tomorrow. Be a lot of tired folks for Prattville. They played a hell of a ball game, and they really deserve to win.
Yep, I mean, you look at it. You looked over across the field, and you maybe saw 100 fans for Lanier. And you come down here, and you saw twice or three times as many. Even on a weekday night, many kids can't go because, it's school and their parents won't let them. But they had a good turnout for a Thursday night ball game. And I'm telling you, this was the most action-packed and most exciting game I've witnessed since I've been recording these games.
I don't know. Maybe Prattville's moving up. They got to play Lee next Friday. Maybe we can give them a good run for their money. And then we have Tuskegee. And then, of course, Prattville goes to the playoffs for the first time since 1984.
Yep, there you see the other TV crew there. They think they're better than we are, but...
Of course, we're talking about the inexperienced store cable.
Channel 3. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up. Any final comments?
I'm just proud to see Prattville win and finally get into the playoffs. They haven't done that since I've been going to school here. So I'm just really excited about that.
You weren't even here the year we won state, were you?
No, I was overseas in Germany.
Like I was saying earlier, there's no feeling like it. It reminds me, and it's like I had a flashback of the same scene or something when we went in here and beat JD in the first round of the playoffs. It's just a great feeling.
A great feeling here tonight, I'm pretty sure, for the Prattville Lions. And we'll wrap it up for this evening. We'll be back next Friday when Prattville hosts Lee at Stanley Stadium. Kickoff time set for 7:30. And that'll do it for Brian Littlefield and John Chambers here on Thursday night, October the 13th in Crampton Bowl.